Hi, boys and girls. Time for reading. As you know, it's one of my favorite times of day. And I have an essential question, which of course we know is the most important question of the day in reading. And the question is, how can we learn more about characters? We've been studying characters and thinking about them and thinking about what they say and what they do and what that tells us about them. So one of the things you can do to learn more about characters is you can reread to learn more about them. We talk about rereading all the time. It's not okay just to read a book one time. You read it a second time for fluency. You read it a second time to learn more. In this case, we're going to learn more, but more about characters. Of course, in nonfiction, we talked about rereading to learn more facts. But in fiction, really like to get to know our characters and get to know about them, and especially books that have characters that are in many different books. And I pulled out a few different ones. I pulled out Clifford because, of course, you get to know the character of Clifford. And behind me, I think you can see there's a Henry and Mudge because we've gotten to learn to know about those characters. And today I decided to pull out a Fancy Nancy. And a lot of you are reading books with Fancy Nancy, the Fancy Nancy character in it. So, as we know, Fancy Nancy likes to be fancy. That's our descriptive word. She likes great words and glittery clothes, and she just likes all kinds of fancy things. So, I thought it'd be interesting to get to know the character of Nancy. So, the chart you have on your slides has to learn about the characters. Learn more about each character, listen to what they're saying, what they're doing. Pay attention to the other characters that are in the book too, and how do they interact together. And today we're talking more about rereading. And that will be the next slide that's added on to your, like the slide that you'll be looking at. So this is Fancy Nancy, the 100th Day of School, which of course was quite a while ago for us. Okay, I'm going to read, and as I read, I'm going to be thinking aloud. I'm going to be saying what I think about the character, and then maybe I need to stop and reread a little bit to see if I'm learning more about her. Fancy Nancy and the 100th Day of School. It's the 97th day of school, and I have a dilemma. I hope you can see the pictures. That is a big problem. I do not know what to bring for the 100th day. Okay, so even on page 1, I can stop and think. She's got a dilemma. It's something she's worrying about something. She's not sure what she can bring. All right, so I'm starting to know that Nancy, even though she's fancy and loves all these, she also worries. Bree put 100 feathers on a hat. It looks so elegant. That's a fancy word for pretty. Robert is bringing his stamp album. There are 100 stamps in it. So she knows what everybody else is bringing. So she's very interested in it because she's concerned that she's not going to have something that's special. Yoki's piggy bank has 100 pennies. The bank is transparent. That means you can see inside. Lionel made a ball of 100 rubber bands. After school, I look around my room. I have 39 hair clips. That's not enough. Wait a second. After school, I look around my room. So she's still thinking about it. When I go back and reread, I can see she's not just forgetting about it and moving on. She's stopping and thinking, what can I bring? And she's obviously still worried. I have 57 bracelets. That's not enough. 84 ribbons. That's not enough. What am I going to do? Now it's the 98th day of school. More kids bring in stuff. A bag with 100 marbles, a jar with 100 jelly beans, a box with 100 crayons. I tell Miss Glass my dilemma. She tells me not to worry. That's a secondary character, right? The main character's Fancy Nancy, or Nancy. And one of the secondary characters is the teacher, who can tell. She obviously she knows her students very well, and she can tell that Nancy's nervous. So I'm learning about my secondary characters too, especially when I stop and think and go back and reread what's happening. She says, you will think of something. At home, I tell Mom my dilemma. She's making dinner. How about a poster with macaroni, she says. I do not want to hurt Mom's feelings. 3 kids have already done stuff with macaroni. Macaroni is not imaginative. You know, I think I need to reread this page because I think I learned something else about the character. I do not want to hurt Mom's feelings. 3 kids already have macaroni, and it's not imaginative. So she's a good person. She doesn't want her mom to feel bad. So she doesn't say, no, I'm not going to use that idea. She doesn't say, that's not an imaginative idea, Mom. She keeps it to herself. So I'm learning that Nancy has a kind heart, and she still wants to be very fancy, but she doesn't want to hurt Mom's feelings. So something new to learn about this character. Now, we could go on, and that's what I want you to do with your books. I want you to read about your characters and stop and think about what they're doing and reread and think, oh, what does that tell me? And maybe one of the ways to help you learn new things about this character is to think about words that describe them. So fancy is easy enough, it's right in the title. But she's also kind-hearted. She's a worrier. She's thoughtful. She doesn't want to hurt her mom's feelings. And it goes on with more ideas. And as you know, I never like to give away the ending, just in case this is one of the books you're reading. I hate to give away the fun endings. So I guess you'll have to wonder, what is it that Nancy is going to bring in? And I think it's probably special because we know Nancy and it always has to be special. So remember, when you're reading and you're learning about characters, the most important thing you can do at this point is to reread to learn more about those characters and think about those character traits. What can we say about those characters? As you're reading, I want you to maybe write down on sticky notes or on a whiteboard or on paper words to describe those characters. Okay, have fun, because reading is so much fun. See you later, guys. Bye.